So for Unit 3, Division with Whole Numbers, the emphasis for your children is to understand the size of their division answer, their quotient, in relation to the dividend, the number that they're starting to divide, and the divisor, the number of groups they're dividing that starting number into. So there's a couple of different methods that are outlined in one of the family letters. Place value sections method, expanded notation method, and then the third method, digit by digit method, you'll recognize as the traditional way that you and I learn division. I will go over the expanded notation method today and try and help you connect it to the traditional method. So for example, if we were dividing 5,546 divided by 4, so I always try and add context to any division problem to help the students see that they're dividing this larger number and putting it into groups. So 5,546 puppies divided into 4 different stores. And so we start with the largest place value in our dividend, which is the thousands. So 5 thousands divided into 4 groups. Each of those stores can get 1,000 puppies. And so with the expanded notation, what we do is we start to build up the quotient and we write the entire number out. So 1,000 puppies so far to each of the 4 groups would mean that we have now divided 4,000 of those puppies, and we have 1,546 of our dividend left. So we're now we're kind of chipping away at our dividend, and then we're going to continue to add to our quotient. So now that we have addressed the thousands, we can go into the hundreds. In 1,546, there are 1,500s. So 1,500 groups of puppies divided into the 4 stores. That would be 300 to each store. And if we've given 300 to the first store, 300 to the second store, 300 to the third store, and 300 to the 4th store, then we have divided another 1,200 puppies, leaving us with 346 left. Again, with the expanded notation, we're writing out the entire number, and we're going to just continue adding to our quotient. So 346 puppies left. Let's think we've done thousands and hundreds. We'll do tens next. So we have 34 groups of 10 divided by 4. So that would be 8 tens, or 80, which means if we've given 80 to each of the 4 stores, that would be 320. Another 320 puppies have been divided, and just 26 left to go. So now that we've done the thousands, the hundreds, the tens, and the ones, we're just left with 26 puppies divided by 4. That would be another 6 to each store. And there are 2 leftover puppies that we can either give to one of the stores. We can interpret that remainder how we would like. But the important thing with the expanded notation method is that the last step is then to write our quotient as one number in standard form. So 1,386 with our remainder of 2. Our traditional method of division, you can see that, what we tell the students is that instead of writing out all the zeros, we have them just imagine the zeros, but really think about when we write the 1, it represents 1,000. When we write the 3, it represents 300. The 8 represents the 8 tens, and the 6 represents the ones. And that's how we help them to kind of hopefully transition to that digit by digit traditional method, which is a little bit less writing on their end. And then the last thing that I'd like to say is just to realize that division is a process, and it's not perfect, and students need to realize that it's okay to make mistakes. And on page 113 in their math book, there is a puzzled penguin that helps the students to kind of address a mistake in their division with each of the 3 methods. Instead of starting all over, they can just adjust their answer to catch any mistakes.